gentlemen. Welcome to Weekly Tech News. Now, some of you may be questioning why I even called this Weekly Tech News, considering my last Weekly Tech News episode was uploaded nearly 2 months ago. Yeah, go weekly. But anyways, Weekly Tech News is back. And this week's actually been quite interesting in the tech world, even though it's been quite quiet. So let's get right into it. Okay, so our first news comes from Samsung. The Samsung Galaxy Note 10 has finally had its first leaked photos just today. You can see it right now. So if you've been following phone news even a little bit, you know that Samsung's flagship stylus-equipped Galaxy Note 10 is coming this August 7th. I'm so excited. You know it'll have 5G. Some of you may have also got a decent look at it this June, some of the renders on the internet. But now we may be getting our best look at the new Galaxy Note 10 with these very leaked photos. And as rumored previously, we can clearly see a triple camera array, which is a very common thing nowadays for Samsung. It's around the back of the phone, very thin bezels, and a hole punch camera that each barely disturb the screen around the front. A very useful sub to the notch that we're seeing quite common in phones like a Huawei, for example. But what's cool that we can estimate from the pictures is that it has no fingerprint sensor. So we may be getting in a display fingerprint sensor, which is again awesome. And even though you can't see it necessarily in these images, it's more than likely that the Samsung Note 10 ditches the 3.5mm headphone jack like most of its counterparts already, and of course be paired with premium Bluetooth headphones. But supposedly the pictures only look at the small version, the 6.3-inch screen. If you believe the rumors, you can also look forward to a giant 6.75-inch 10 Pro when Samsung officially announces the Samsung Note 10 this August. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so excited. Samsung has been fantastic these couple of years, and yeah, let's move on. And this is quite scary news to some Android users. Agent Smith, which is a named malware, has already replaced Android apps codes on more than 25 million Android devices. Wow! It's been named Agent Smith because of the methods it uses to attack a device and of course avoid detection. The malware, don't worry, doesn't steal user data from you, but of course it hacks apps and forces them to display more ads or take credit for ads they already display so that the malware operator can profit off the fraudulent views. Agent Smith primarily infected countries such as India and other countries surrounding it because of a famous app called 9apps, which is popular in the Indian region. So after a user downloaded this app, the malware would disguise itself as a Google-related app, of course, with a name like Google Updater, and then begin the process of replacing the code of the app. And according to some researchers, the malware appears to be run by a Chinese company that claims to help developers publish their apps internationally. So, pretty cool if you ask me, pretty scary, of course, but still, something to look out for, Android users.
Yeah.
Also, some of you may have realized the change of atmosphere, the camera there, it's actually usually here. I have actually no idea if you guys can, but it's usually here, which is a safe spot, but I've been seeing some of my videos and it's getting quite boring, so yeah. Wide background, what's more boring than a wide background? So, Amazon Prime recently released and is planning to make a Lord of the Rings series and also an MMO. Yes, all you gamer folk, Amazon is releasing a Lord of the Rings MMO. Yes! Amazon Game Studio's latest project, the Lord of the Rings massively multiplayer online game that Amazon is developing in partnership with Leo. It is planned as a free-to-play and open world for both PC and consoles. But of course, the Lord of the Rings MMO by Amazon won't be the first MMO of the Tolkien of the Lord of the Rings world. The Lord of the Rings Online has been around since 2007. But with this recent game, Amazon is promising something quite fantastic. So, thumbs up, fingers crossed. Let's see how it is. There's still no details regarding the release date, though Amazon says we will get more details as the development continues. So this part of news is not really technology related, but kind of technology related, but not technology related. I don't know, it's up to you guys to justify it. So France will apply an eco tax to nearly every single air travel from its country. And it is a response to the ecological urgency reported by the French government. So France plans to put an eco-tax on nearly every single air travel starting in 2020. The government announced on Tuesday. The new tax could bring in approximately $200 million that could be used to, of course, support less polluting modes of transport, like trains. Yeah, $200 million. Wow. So French Transport Minister, I can't say their name, but that's alright, said the new tax was in response to an ecological urgency and crisis of the environment. She's quoted with the eco-contribution air transport will play its part in financing the daily transport of all our citizens. It is a response to ecological urgency and sense of injustice expressed. Wow, that's nice. Yeah. France, of course, will be the first country to do air travel tax. In Germany, a green tax adds between 8 and 45 euros to ticket prices. Sweden also announced a flight tax early in 2018, similar to that of France's new plan. Yeah, and sure, that basically covers that part of the news. So back to Samsung again. They've been pretty active this week, to be honest. So if some of you guys may have remembered, a few short months after Samsung released the Galaxy Tab S5e, some leaked images were leaked. Just recently, more leaked images were leaked, and it may suggest some things about the Galaxy S5e's successor, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6. Now, I'm not necessarily a really big fan of the S6, but this could actually be quite fascinating. The tablet will include an S Pen that can wirelessly charge from the tablet while it's magnetically attached to it. Very similar to its iPad counterpart and competitor, of course. 91 Mobiles, which is a media company, also claims that the Tab 6 is the first ever tablet to feature an in-display fingerprint sensor like the supposed Galaxy Note S10. So alongside this fingerprint scanner, it's reported the 10.5-inch tablet will include a Snapdragon 855 processor, 6 GB of RAM, 128 or expandable 256 GB of storage, and it will of course have dual cameras on its rear. So there's no word on when Samsung plans to reveal the new tablet, but given that it was recently certified by the Wi-Fi Alliance, we'd expect to see this sooner rather than later. So if any of you have an Apple Watch, you would know that it has a walkie-talkie feature to talk to your friends. So basically, you have the watch, you press a button, and then any of your friends in a certain radius can talk to you via a walkie-talkie sort of system. So recently this vulnerability has forced Apple to disable the walkie-talkie, which kind of sucks because what kind of happened was supposedly some people were able to listen to other people's iPhones through the walkie-talkie feature, which is really scary to all you stalker folks. But we aren't right sure that the vulnerability was ever exploited, but still, it's quite a caution, and thus Apple has disabled it until further notice, of course. And yeah, friends, that covers this week's weekly tech news. I hope all of you have enjoyed. It was quite a short and fun episode to make. I hope all of you understood. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll answer them as good as I can. Leave that like, hit that sub, and of course, ring that notification bell. It's been a pleasure. See you guys in the next video. And of course, because school is out, I'll be posting definitely way more. So keep out and watch out for my next video, guys. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.